Hey everybody, okay, 35 weeks, 35 weeks. So, you think about it, when I had Sophia at 37 weeks, so, I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I'm getting really excited about the fact that actual labor is relatively soon. Even if at its farthest away, it's relatively soon, which just seems kind of ridiculous to me, but in an awesome way. So, okay, so let's get into symptoms. So last week I was complaining about how my pelvic pain was really bad, and I had a lot of really helpful advice from people who were talking about chiropractors or physical therapists and things like that. And actually Kyle and I looked up some stuff on our own, and so I was trying to do different things on our own to help with it, and by different things I mean just like I was making sure I've been sleeping with a maternity pillow, like one of those big C-shaped pillows, and you put it between your legs and you kind of lean over it, and it helps even out your hips, so it helps with that kind of pain from an early stage. But it also is really good apparently for your pubis pelvic area. So I just made sure that I wasn't just draping one leg over it, that I had both legs, the pillow in between both legs, and my legs kind of like curled up so that it was actually, everything was lined up. And I think that really helped because the pain got a lot better. And then I was trying to be careful whenever I do movements. I would just try to take things slow. We read that if you try to, when you're getting out of bed, instead of moving one leg and then the other, try to swing your hips and move both legs at the same time, things like that. So that's what I was doing, and it definitely seemed to help. And it's funny because I always make notes about what I'm going to talk about. And actually like 2 days ago I'd written like, my pelvic pain's better. And then today, oh my gosh. So yesterday and today, like, it started getting really painful again. And this morning we had little gym. Oh, I don't know, I'm in such pain. And Kyle he works 10-hour days and has Fridays off during the summer at his job. That's what they do. And so he has Friday off today. So after a little gym, I called him and I was like, hey, I'm gonna swing by, pick you up, and we'll go to lunch. And when we were leaving lunch, I literally could hardly walk. It was so painful. I was just like, wow, really? So yeah, that's definitely not super fun, but you know, at least it got better, you know, so I'm hoping that it's the same thing this time, that maybe I just overdid it and then it'll get better again. Regardless, so that's happening. So it's definitely heavy down below. I had my doctor's appointment on Monday. It's supposed to be my 36-week appointment, but I'm really only like 35 and a half weeks when I go to it. So, but that's crazy that it's that point. And then I start going to the doctor every week until I have the baby, which is awesome. So let's see what other symptoms. Oh, well, I was hoping, I know this is ridiculous, but I was hoping I was immune to it. But yesterday, for the first time, or 2 days ago, for the first time, my feet got swollen, my ankles got swollen. And I was like, oh, because I've been so lucky so far. I mean, I've gotten like a little poofy, you know, in my fingers or whatever, but nothing really, just haven't really been swelling that much. And I just try to stay really hydrated. It's really hot here. We're talking like, actually we're having a drought and it's like 100 degrees here, and it's been like that. So even with all of that, I haven't really been swelling, so I've been like, yes, you know, but then I'm not exempt from it. So yeah, 2 days ago I had like no ankles and I was like, oh. But then when I went to bed and woke up, my feet were back to normal, and then it happened again yesterday. At the end of the day, my feet got puffy, but then this morning they were back to normal. So, and right now I'm looking at them. They're definitely not normal. They're a little puffy because I've been out in that little gym and, you know, whatever, but they're not horrible, but they're definitely puffy. So I was sad. I was like, oh, I'm not immune to that. And what's funny is, you know how I've joked this whole time about how every time I'm having a symptom, my little pregnancy week by week, or what to expect when you're expecting things that I read and have apps on my phone for, they always seem like they'll send me an email about a symptom and it'll be exactly what I'm experiencing at that exact moment. And that's what happened earlier this week. I got sent an email from them and they were like, swelling, and you might not like the looks of your ankles right now, because if you're like 75% of pregnant ladies, your feet are swelling really badly at the end of the day. And I was like, yes, I am. I was hoping I was exempt from it, but Oh well, hey, at least it's not that preeclampsia swelling though, because that was, ooh, awful. This is just normal pregnancy swelling. So, but regardless, I was, like I said, I was hoping that I was just somehow missing that and that wasn't going to happen, but it did. I think it's just too hot, and I do a lot. And actually, it's activity, certain amounts of activity can help with the swelling, but at the same time, if you're on your feet for a really long period of time, it cannot. So you have to find this balance. And with me, mine seemed to get more swollen when I was sitting on my computer for a long period of time, like the sitting thing, and they always tell you not to do that. So definitely if I sit down and Kyle's, playing with Sophie or she's in bed and I'm on my computer for like 2 hours editing or doing something, yeah, that's when it was happening yesterday. So I'm going to have to make sure to not do that. And other than that, not really anything else different. I mean, he's heavy. It feels, like I said, it feels heavy. Besides that like pelvic pubis area pain, it is heavier down there. But everything else seems to be kind of nervous. Oh, so far I've had no new stretch marks, not one. The stretch marks that I have that you guys see are all the ones from Sophie. That actually, before I got pregnant with her, you couldn't really see anymore. But as soon as my belly started filling out, and they stretched, you could see them again. But they weren't new; they were just my old ones. But I did notice, like, I had a tiny little bit of a new one starting, and I was like, oh, but that's okay because, I don't have much longer to go, so hopefully I'll just keep my belly lotioned up and it won't be that bad, and I'll just have the same amount I did with Sophie, so that's what I'm hoping. But other than that, I don't think there's really anything else to report. Everything else seems to be kind of status quo, so just getting really excited. Alright, let's do live action belly shot. So that is that, and I'll show you guys the pictures too. You can see what's been going on there. And otherwise, I think that's it for week 35. We are just, trying to do last minute stuff, and, I'll get a new Operation Baby video up and make sure I include digital links to all those lists that everybody was requesting and all of that stuff this week. So, yay! Alright, that's it for now. Bye, guys.